Hi, everyone. This is the Arthi with Tuesdays with the Arthi. Thank you so much for tuning in to my Facebook page or YouTube channel. Thank you for all your feedback and your questions, and that has been great. So thank you for supporting me through this journey. I want to come to you live on Tuesday with the purpose to really discuss personal growth and also to just help you in your journey of life. With everything going on in our world, it is so easy to forget about ourselves. And so for me, one of the things that happened to me over the last probably about 4 to 5 months is that I really started to focus on me. I started focusing on self development. I started to focus on trying to understand who I am, and through that, I was able to have a positive life outlook. That no matter what was happening on the news, what was happening in my country, United States, or no matter what was happening in the world, um, I just began to not think so negative, or you know how it is. I mean, when things happen, sometimes it's almost like that statement that says, when it rains, it pours. We start to really believe that, and we wonder, when will it ever get better? And so, the reason why I really want to have go on, Facebook Live and YouTube Live was to encourage those of you out there who are struggling, who are you don't even know you're trying to have a positive outlook for 2021, but you start to just doubt that it will get better. So I want to encourage you that it will get better. That there's nothing that you cannot handle, and that things don't happen in a haphazard way. They are designed, and even our worst things that happen to us that cause us pain, we can learn from that pain. And over the years, I've learned from lots of pain. I have gained wisdom and knowledge when I've gone through painful scenarios and situations. And I have also grown, or grew, I should say, into the woman I am today from a lot of things that I've gone through. So I want to encourage you. I want to start off with that to say, whatever you're going through, don't give up. The one thing that a plaque I have on my wall, it says that you can't be a person who doesn't give up. So I felt like that, and over the past 4 or 5 months, I felt like that. Like, as long as I get up every day, as long as I read something in this book I'm reading, as long as I continue to feed my spirit and feed my soul and feed my mind each and every day, then no one can keep me down, no matter what happens, no matter what people do to me, no matter what my job does to me, no matter what is happening in my home, no matter what's happening in my world, that nothing can keep me down, because I'm not going to give up and give in to the pressure. And with everything that's happening, and I know sometimes it's hard because you have bills to pay, things to do, responsibilities, that you don't think about yourself. But I will truly encourage anyone who's watching this, if you're in that position, to think about yourself, because your mind is the one thing that will help you get out of and think differently in those situations. So today or tonight or whenever you're watching this, um, I really we what I've been doing over the last 6 weeks, is talking about a book entitled "The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth" by John C. Maxwell. And part of me talking about this book is because, one, I'm reading the book, and number two, I'm also facilitating a mastermind group with the book. And so, as I've been learning so much in this book and growing and being challenged and being changed, I really wanted to offer some nuggets to anyone that um, watches or views this Facebook Live or YouTube video as well, and to just give you some inspiration. So that's why it's called Tuesdays with the Arthi. I do also, in addition to mastermind groups, I also facilitate workshops on personal growth, as well as I also do coaching. So if you are interested in any of that, please reach out to me and let me know, because like I was saying earlier, number one, oh, I didn't say this earlier, but life is too short and we only get one life. And so if I can begin to change my mindset, if I can begin to eliminate self-limiting beliefs, if I can begin to have a positive life outlook, then maybe um, my life will go a little differently. Maybe I won't go to bed depressed or angry or sad or bitter. Maybe I can have a good night's sleep. So personal growth is such a key. And if you are not even thinking about how you're going to grow or what you're going to do or who you're going to be in 3 years or what you want to accomplish 6 months from now, if it's like between COVID-19, the election, and everything else that's going on, is so much that you have given up dreaming, I would say this: you are supposed to watch this video. You are supposed to hear my voice, because I'm telling you, don't plateau. Don't give up. It is time to look up, and it's time to get up, and it's time to put a plan in action and to start to think differently. So the 15 valuable laws of growth is a first step to thinking differently and to allow yourself to be challenged to grow in so many areas of your life. We talked about, I want to say, about, we started off talking about what is a personal growth journey. And then after that, we discussed the first law of the book, which is the law of intentionality. Um, and that talks about really being intentional about your growth, and how growth doesn't just happen. It's almost as though you have a plant, and you go buy a plant from the store, you put it in your living room, and you don't do anything to it. You just let it sit. You don't water it. You don't put it by sunshine. You don't do any other things that it says on the card for you to do. Well, that plant is most likely not going to grow. It's just going to probably wither and die. So in order for me to make sure that plant grows, I need to pour into it. I need to put water, in the dirt. Maybe I need to change the dirt. Maybe I need to add fertilizer, whatever I need to do. Um, I need to do that in order for it to grow. And it's the same with us. We go to school, we get our education, we succeed in our careers, and we think, oh, I'm growing, but actually you're not growing, you're succeeding. But to grow means I'm changing my mindset. I'm becoming a different person. The person I am today is not the person I was a week ago or a month ago or 5 years ago. I have evolved and changed, and I'm getting better. So I can have my goals, but if my goals are not helping me to grow into a better person, then I need to maybe reconsider, and maybe I reconsider those goals so they include growth as part of the achievement as well. So I hope that makes sense to you. So the law of awareness says that, let me pull up my slide. The law of awareness says you must know yourself to grow yourself. And so when you think about knowing ourselves, and when I think about it, um, I remember going through years of almost forgetting who I was, and not really remembering the talents I have, the gifts I have, the skills that I have, the my strengths, and forgetting all of that. And so when we think about the law of awareness, um, If I don't know myself, if I don't know who I am, how do I grow and how do I go to the next level? So awareness is defined as the state of being conscious of something, the ability to directly know and perceive, to feel or be cognizant. And so many of us go through life on autopilot, or we may have gone through life at a certain point, maybe in our 20s, we weren't on autopilot and we were intentional, we were creative, we made plans, we had goals, we did all of that. And then later on in life, maybe in the middle age, where I am right now, something happens and we just go on autopilot. We find ourselves going through what I like to call rinse and repeat. We get up, we go through our morning routine, whatever that means, on autopilot. We don't really think about it. We know, do this, brush our teeth, get dressed, eat breakfast, go to work, get the kids ready for school, do this, do that, do this. Then we go through our day, and then we get home, eat dinner, and then we go through our evening routine. And then at a certain point, we crash and we go to bed and we toss and turn as we sleep. And we wake up in the morning and it's rinse and repeat. And that's what we do every single day. And so when we're going through our day, if somebody comes into our thoughts that we think, man, I haven't heard from this person, I need to reach out to them. Because we're on autopilot, we kind of put that thought behind us. Like we don't even think about it anymore. It comes in and it goes out so fast. And then a month later, we find out that that person was sick or that person was going through a hard time. And we think, wow, you know what? I felt like God put you on my heart that day, but I was so busy. I said I was going to do it later. And that's what being on autopilot means. It means but that's how it looks like. It looks like we're just like these robots going through the motions, or like puppets, and we're really not thinking about our lives. We're really not being aware of what's happening around us. We're really not being sensitive to when people talk to us. So somebody can talk to you at work and you hear them because you believe you're listening, but you're really not. So you don't even hear the pain of them saying that their mom is sick or that their kids are giving them a hard time. So you don't even have the capacity to have the compassion because you're on autopilot. And that's where that law of awareness comes in, because all of a sudden when you embrace the law of awareness, then it's almost like a light bulb comes on. Like you've been in the dark. You see the picture. So like all the light bulbs initially were gray, and now awareness came in and one of the light bulbs lit up. And that's how the law of awareness comes. And I will tell you that because the minute I started to learn about the law of awareness, that's when I became more sensitive to people around me. That's when I became more aware of things happening around me. That's when I was able to discern a lot quicker of things that were happening. And that's when I started to become aware of who I am and who God created me to be. And so the law of awareness is so important, because really, if I desire to grow, if I desire to be a better person, if I desire to be a better spouse, a better parent, a better sibling, a better coworker, I can't get to that point until I really know who I am. So I need to take the time to figure out, who am I, so that I can grow and I can be as effective as possible. But in addition to that, if I begin to know myself and I begin to embrace my skills, my talents, my abilities, and not be afraid of them, or not compare myself to someone else who has different skills, talents, and abilities, and I begin to reach my full potential, then I can impact people in a different way as well. So the law of awareness, just being cognizant of what's happening, becoming aware of what's happening, um, letting that light bulb come on so that now you are beginning to grow, change, and even develop into the person that God really called you to be. So when you think about the law of awareness, John Maxwell talks about in the book that in order for me to grow, and when I think about knowing myself, um, it's a couple things that I really need to know. And so back in, I want to say March, I was introduced to Crystal Evans Hurst, and she does a sister circle. So any women who are listening, any ladies who are watching, I would encourage you to look her up, because she does have a sister circle that anyone can join. It's a Facebook page, and she started a 21-day journey. I didn't know what 21-day journey was, but I decided to do it. And in that journey, one of the things that a couple of things we talked about a lot of things, but one of the things that really stuck out for me was taking the time to discover who I am. And so, writing down what my strengths are, writing down what my skills are, writing down what my talents are, doing a spiritual gift assessment to know what my gifts are. Some of the gifts, when I did that, one of my gifts I knew was teaching. I knew I knew that was a gift. But then another gift that came up for me was shepherding, and I had no idea that that was one of my spiritual gifts. So and the other one was mercy giving, which I kind of knew, but I wasn't sure. But I didn't know what mercy giving was. So when I discovered it, I was like, oh, that's why I do certain things. And so understanding your strengths, understanding your weaknesses, understanding your interests, and understanding your opportunities, understanding what makes you, because you're also realize in that self-discovery, there may be things that you have always loved to do, and life happens and you're not even doing it anymore. And it kind of, what it did for me, it awoken um, things in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind, and it reminded me of, what are you doing with your life? That's why you're on autopilot, because you are not doing what you're called to do. And so when I think about potential, and I think about um, what that is, potential, it's really infinite if you think about it. And if you think about what infinite means it goes on and on. It doesn't end. So if you think about your potential, who you are, who you were created to be, it's unlimitless. And we raise our kids with this notion of, you can do anything you put your mind to. You can be the president. You can be a leader. You can be a doctor. We teach them that, but something happens to us where we stop believing it for ourselves. And so I really want to encourage you, if you've lost that drive to dream and envision and think about what you want, because responsibilities got in the way, life happened, and you've lost yourself, I will encourage you to take time over the next few days and write down, who am I? And write down your list of strengths, write down your skills, write down your gifts, write down the things that make you happy, write down even the hobbies. What hobbies that you do that you just get joy? Do you like to golf? Do you like to bowl? Do you like to shop? There's nothing wrong with that. Write it down, because you will discover even more things about you as you start to write down the things that make you just, get a little boost in your step during the day. So those things are very important. So to reach my full potential, I need to know where I am and who I am in order to get to over here where I want to be. Because if I don't know who I am, I can't get to where I want to be. if I don't know where I am in life and I'm just coasting through life, I'm on autopilot, I'm just existing, but I'm not living. And I've been through that. I think I've spent, I don't know, 5 or 6 years just existing. I had ups and downs, but pretty much not living, not having this go getter I drive, or this ability, or not ability, I shouldn't say, I would say more of a desire to impact people the way I have today. Like today, I just have this fire inside of me, just wanting to share what I've learned and how I've grown over the years. So those four things, plus just remembering that I have a dream. I want to reach my potential. I want to be the best version of myself I can be. I want to be my most authentic self. Then I really need to know who I am, and I really need to know where I'm going. So I really hope that this session or segment really inspires you to take the time to become aware of who you are. Remember, the law of awareness says you must know yourself to grow yourself. So I want to grow. I want to be a better person. I want to be a changed person. Then let me take some time to know myself. So that is the law of awareness. So as I wrap up today's session, or today's segment, I don't know which one. I don't know if I should call it segment or session. So if you have any thoughts about that, leave me a comment. Let me know. But I am kicking off. So right now we're in week 6 of our mastermind group on personal growth. And I will say, and I can't wait to share with you the testimonials from the participants in the group, because in a short amount of time, I have seen massive change. I have seen um, participants kind of get rid of some fears, and to dream again, and to hope again, and to want change. And so I will encourage you to be a part of our next mastermind group on the 15 Valuable Laws of Growth. We are starting on November the 2nd. And just reach out to me and talk to me about it, because you can just register. It is also on Eventbrite. So if you look it up, you'll see, where it is on there. But I would really encourage you, especially as we get to November, December, a lot of times, for many of us, um, we've gone through some things during the holidays, and so we don't look forward to the holidays as much as other people. Sometimes with everything that has happened with COVID-19 and the whole social unrest and the changes, every time we look on the news, there's something going on that, your emotions may be all over the place November, December. And I would say, and this is what happened to me, because when I began to go on my personal growth journey, it was not at the best time in my life. It was a time when I was laid off, a time when I'm going through one of the worst things someone can go through. But I still chose to go on this journey. And so I will encourage you to go on this. Let me go with you on your personal growth journey and help you to rediscover yourself, but also help you to reach your potential. And so it's going to be an investment, but invest in yourself. Like, don't invest in a new pair of shoes, some new clothes. I mean, most of us don't have nowhere to go with some brand new clothes right now. And so maybe just take that money you would have spent on a new winter coat, and use it to invest in yourself, and invest in your mind, and invest in your growth journey. So that class is going to be 8-week journey on Monday evenings starting November 2nd. I believe the start time is 6 p.m. Central. But I'm so flexible. So depending on who decides to join it and where you're at in the country or in the world, that time could change, just be more convenient to whoever joins. So Again, that one is on November 2nd on Monday evening. The other announcement I want to make is I have 11 more days to the end of October, and our John Maxwell team, we have been serving youth, kids, and young adults through the month of November. So I have had 3 virtual book readings for kids. If you want me to read the book to your little darling, let me know. I don't have any schedule, but I don't mind just, doing a call. It's pretty much a 20-minute, 25-minute time. But it also depends on how the kids are, if they're active. If they're a little more active, it may be 30 minutes, but it's no more than 30 minutes. It's all on Zoom, and they will enjoy it. I've gotten some really good feedback from parents whose kids have been a part of it. So if you would like me to do that, reach out to me. The other thing is I'm doing a couple more workshops this Saturday and next Saturday for youth and young adults. This weekend, we've done a class on growth last Saturday. This weekend, we are going to do our personal um, our personality assessment using DISC, DISC, and then next Saturday I'm gonna do another one. So I would offer it twice. And it's really good because for young people, when I began to understand as a young person who I was, it helped. I wish I would have discovered more things about myself, that I wouldn't struggled as much with, just getting older, depression, suicidal thoughts, all of that. But just really understanding who I was a little bit helped. And this personality assessment will help them with that. But also it also gives them some the youth and the young adults some ideas if they're in high school and they're trying to figure out what they want to do after high school, or they're a young adult, they're out of high school, but they're in a job they don't really like. Well, this will also give them some ideas of what careers may fit their personality. So those are the events that I'm having until the end of the month, which is October 31st. So if you are interested, or you have a group of young people and you just want me to get on Zoom and do a workshop, all they have to do is join Zoom. I have a slide presentation. I make it fun and enjoyable. So that is something that we can do. Last but not least, as I end my time with you today, I do just want to I always end with a question, because questions are ways for us to think and to go inside and really internalize what we want to say. So the question is, who are you? I pause because I really want that to sink in. Like, who are you? If you are a person who journals, please take some time and write that in your journal, write that question and write out your thoughts. If you're a person that don't journal, but maybe you put something in your notes on your phone, put it on there, or just think about it. Just ponder it. Who are you? Because again, until I know myself, it's hard for me to grow. So have to become aware of who I am, have to be aware of what's happening around me. And if I continue on this autopilot in life, before I know it, life just passes me by and I don't know what happened. And I don't want that to happen. I know how I felt when I lived on autopilot. I know that feeling. I know how I felt when I was going to bed each night, how I wake up each morning dreading the day. I know those thoughts. I mean, that is not foreign for me at all. And so I don't want you if you're going through that, I don't want you to continue going through that. I really want you to embrace um, personal growth and understanding what it is, and deciding to have a a mindset that says, you know what, I'll make it through. It'll be okay. I'm gonna dream for even though the states may be closing down, I'm gonna dream about a future. I'm gonna have a vision in front of me. And so that is all I wanted to share this evening, Tuesday, Today is Tuesday. Oh, October 20th. That's all I really want to share. Next week, we will go and discuss the next law, I believe, or I may come up with something different. But be encouraged, keep your head up, and continue to grow and dream and have visions and look forward to your future. That's all I have to say for now. I am signing out for today. Have a fantastic week. Until I see you next week. Bye for now.